Okay, hello, people. Sorry, I had like a frog in my throat. My voice is weird. I don't know. I think it's all the dust from working in the classroom. All right, so on Monday, we looked at unit fractions. So we looked at fractions that had a 1 in the numerator. Well, today we're going to be looking at fractions that have more than just a 1 in the numerator. And we're going to talk about some of the tricks you can use to figure out which fraction is greater or which fraction is least. So, let's look at our first example. So we have 1/3. So this is 1/3. And we have 5/3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It keeps going. 5. So it's more than 1. So 1/3 and 5/3. Which fraction is bigger? So our friendly alligator mouth is going to point to the 5/3. Okay? So when you have fractions where the denominator is the same, then you're going to look at the numerator. And whichever fraction has a larger numerator, that one is greater. But you can use these fraction bars to help you visualize that. So here's 3/2 and 3/6. Okay, so 1/2, 2/2, 3/2. So this is greater than 1. Okay? 3/6. 1, 2, 3, 3/6. So which one is bigger? This 3/6 or 3 of these halves? Yes, 3 of the halves is bigger. And that leads us to the other rule with comparing fractions. If the numerator is the same, then you look at the denominator, 2 and 6. The one with the smaller denominator is the bigger fraction, is greater. So 3/2 is greater than 3/6. Okay, and now let's look at this last one. 5/6, 4/6. They have the same denominator, so you have to look at the numerator. 5 and 4. 5 is greater than 4, therefore 5/6 is greater than 4/6. And you can see that right here. Would you read the 1, 2, 3, 4? So that's from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here to here. So which one is bigger? 5/6. Okay, now you are going to copy 1, 2, 3 rows of problems, and you are going to insert a greater than or less than symbol in the circles. You can use this chart to help you, or you can use the 2 rules that I told you. If the denominator is the same, then the fraction with the bigger numerator is greater. If the numerators are the same, then the fraction with the smaller denominator is greater. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead and pause the video, copy these down, and resume playing the video when you are done. Okay, hello, I'm back. Okay, so let's do these 9 problems. I'm going to go down on my knees. Ow, my achy old man knees. A little easier that way. All right, so the first problem, 3/4, 3/8. So the numerator is the same. So that means that the fraction with the smaller denominator is greater. So 3/4 is greater than 3/8. Same problem here. The numerator is the same, so we're looking at the denominator, and the denominator with the smaller number is greater. So 6/5 is less than 6/4. Okay, another one just like the other two. So these are the same. So we look at the denominator. The denominator of 5th of 5 is bigger than 7. So 3/7 is less than 3/5. And if you're scratching your head and going, huh? Look at 3 of these 7ths, and then look at 3 of these 5ths, and you can see that the 3 of the 5ths is bigger than 3 of the 7ths. Okay, now 6ths. This makes more sense to your brain when you're comparing fractions with the same denominator, because the pieces are the same size. Okay, so you've got 2 pieces, you've got 4 pieces. If they're the same size, then 4 is going to be greater than 2. So 2/6 is less than 4/6. Okay, and back to the other kind here. The 2 and the 2 are the same, so you have to look at the 8 and the 4. The 4 is the smaller number, therefore it is the larger fraction. So it goes like that. So 2/8 is less than 2/4. Okay, now back to another fraction where we have the same denominator, so the pieces are the same size. Now, would you rather have 7 of them or 4 of them? Well, 7 is greater than 4, so 7/8 is greater than 4/8. Okay? All right, last row. So again, we have the same numerator. So we have to look at the denominator. Now, when the numerator is the same, you're looking for the denominator with the smaller number. That's the greater fraction. So 2/3 is greater than 2/5. Okay. 4 and 4, so they're the same. So we're looking at equal pieces. So would you rather have 3 or 1? Well, 3 is greater than 1. So 3/4 is greater than 1/4. All right, last one. We've got the same numerator, so we're looking at the denominator, and we want to pick the smaller denominator as the greater one. So 4/5 is greater than 4/8. Okay, and I promise you, when you are in the 4th grade, that this will be revisited, and you'll get to actually do it with some hands-on stuff that will help it make a little more sense to you. Another way to compare it. It's just not practical to do that with this distance learning, but you will get to do it. So that's it for today. See you later.